Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to share the most commonly asked questions by our clients. So let's proceed with legislation and regulation. Siberian Wolf is a company registered with the Chamber of Commerce in Sofia, Bulgaria. Therefore, the relationships that the customer establishes with our company are subject to Bulgarian law. Additionally, in the customer-Siberian Wolf relationship, other European regulations come into effect, including the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, European Regulation for the Management of Sensitive Data, European AML directives, anti-money laundering, and the European MiCA regulation, markets in cryptoassets, regulations related to the cryptocurrency market, and all its operators. Since 1991 until today, the European Union has issued anti-money laundering directives aimed at ensuring greater security in the financial sector, which have evolved over time. Among the main requirements, we can list the need to perform customer due diligence, CDD, to identify the parties with whom one is dealing, the requirement to conduct enhanced due diligence for high-risk subjects, the obligation to report suspicious transactions to the relevant authority within the territory, the requirement to maintain complete records of all documentation related to customer identification and transactions they have conducted, and the need for the company to conduct a risk assessment and management. Anti-money laundering, AML, is a set of regulations and procedures created to prevent money laundering and other illegal activities by entities required to do so, such as banks, financial institutions, investment firms, or entities providing cryptocurrency services. AML is a mandatory procedure in the virtual currency market and is based on market monitoring, transaction frequency, repeatability, and transaction history. AML procedures may vary in different jurisdictions. The documentation and individual stages of the AML procedure depend on the type of business and its characteristics. Know Your Customer, often abbreviated as KYC, is a term that refers to the identification process used by companies or specific entities to verify the identity of their customers and assess potential risks in the customer relationship. KYC is a legal practice that requires all financial institutions, including cryptocurrency service platforms, to verify the identity of every customer before conducting financial transactions. The term often also refers to banking regulations and anti-money laundering laws that govern these activities, as every financial entity is required to carry out this procedure. The digital signature is a fundamental tool for the digitization of business processes and allows for a significant streamlining of relationships with official entities. The digital signature is just one of the available electronic signatures, and specifically, it represents the most advanced form of these, with the highest legal value. The EIDAS regulation, Electronic Identification and Trust Services, applied throughout the European Union since 2016, defines both the scope and the necessary conditions for having legal electronic signatures. An electronic signature is not just an image of one's signature, but corresponds to data in electronic form, attached or logically associated with other electronic data, and used by the signatory to sign EIDAS regulation. In contrast, a scanned signature represents the digital image of a handwritten signature and offers less legal protection and certainty compared to an electronic signature. MiCA, which stands for Markets in Cryptoassets, is a set of regulations produced by the European Union aimed at regulating the cryptocurrency sector. MiCA was primarily designed to protect the end user and improve financial stability, and could also become the global reference standard for cryptocurrency regulation. The supervision of crypto actors is primarily entrusted to two bodies, ESMA, the European Securities and Markets Authority, and EBA, the European Banking Authority. The establishment of a register of unauthorized crypto operators to work in the EU is foreseen, while the supervision of smaller entities will be the responsibility of national authorities. Through MiCA, the European Union seeks to adapt to an ever-evolving technological landscape, intervening in an imperfect and incomplete manner, but avoiding the outright destruction of a sector that could bring growth and capital to the European territory. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please send us an email at sales@siberianwolf.biz.